Is Eknath Shinde actually eyeing the Shiv Sena Pramukh post? Now, India Today's senior executive editor Sahil Joshi put this question to him. He did not deny it. He said that this would be decided in a meeting later. I quickly want to cut back to Sahil Joshi on this. Sahil, this is actually taking the battle altogether to a different level. This is, in a way, moving forward to a Shiv Sena 3.0 from Balasaheb Thackeray to Uddhav Thackeray, now trying to be in control. Is that actually happening? Give us details.
Well, I asked him very specifically that, is he eyeing for the post of Shiv Sena chief, because he has already split the party, the Shiv Sena legislative party. He has more than almost 40 MLAs at this point of time with him, who were elected on Shiv Sena's ticket. Hardly 10 to 12 MLAs now remaining in Mumbai are going to be with Uddhav Thackeray, and every day his strength is growing. So, is he eyeing for the post of Shiv Sena Pramukh? Is he going to completely take over the whole party and claim Balasaheb Thackeray's legacy? He didn't deny anything about that. He just said that, all the decisions are being taken by sitting together. I am not the only one who is taking the decision at this point of time. So, there is a thought definitely going on in this. But splitting the party is a different thing altogether. It requires more time and strength. It can definitely continue because, the structure of Shiv Sena is completely different. In 2003, Shiv Sena actually started becoming a formal party. Before that, it worked more like an organization, and in that organization, Shiv Sena chief was the last word. But when the election commission said that, no, you have to elect your president every year, every 2 years or whatever the term is, then the constitution of Shiv Sena needed to be made, and that's how the Shiv Sena's constitution came into existence. And that is how Uddhav Thackeray, for the first time in Shiv Sena's life in 2003, was made the working president of the Shiv Sena, who was, whose re-election happened every specific time. There are 260 people, like the way All India Congress Committee and the BJP Parliamentary Board and other BJP working committees are there. Similarly, Shiv Sena has 260 people in its working committee, which comprises of the district presidents, the councillors, some of the councillors, some leaders, the MLAs, as well as member of parliament, and some leaders which have been appointed by Uddhav Thackeray. So that body decides that who is going to be the president of the Shiv Sena. In fact, that scenario, Uddhav Thackeray...
Sahil, is Eknath Shinde moving in the direction of not just splitting the party at the level of MLAs, not just the legislature party in the state assembly, but also members of parliament, MLCs, Zilla Pramukhs, right down the middle? Is that his aim?
Right now it will be too early to claim that, but if he already had so many MLAs with him, they have shown faith on him rather than Uddhav Thackeray. He might eye for that, because finally it's a big, big political space in Maharashtra. Will BJP want to keep Shiv Sena alive is another question. Rather than that, taking an opportunity, they can just pull the slug out of Shiv Sena and just eat them up completely. But will the Thackeray brand continue to be with the Shiv Sena? Will the Shiv Sena brand continue to be with Uddhav Thackeray? The legislative parties always split, but the main party always remain intact, and that is how the politics move forward. There are instances even in the past that MLAs have deserted, but the main party has always survived. So will Eknath Shinde allow Uddhav Thackeray to run Shiv Sena as a party, or will he decide to do this? It's something which he has not answered yet very clearly. He didn't deny that. That is something which is very important, Gaurav.
And what are indications on ground? Because Sanjay Raut made a very interesting statement. Sanjay Raut said that this fight is to be fought at multiple levels. It will be fought in the assembly, in courts of law, also on ground. On ground, he said Shiv Senics have not taken to the streets just as yet. But the Shiv Senics, when they take to the streets, will they be split too? Or are majority of the Shiv Senics with either Uddhav Thackeray or with Eknath Shinde?
Well, Gaurav, I have been covering Shiv Sena since last 20 years, and it will be really difficult to answer at this point of time. I can tell you for a fact one thing, that if Eknath Shinde would have dared to do what he is doing today, his MLAs would have been really scared to come back to Mumbai. That is what Shiv Sena was in Mumbai, which doesn't seem to be the case at this point of time. But of course, there are multiple angles to it. The center is solidly behind Eknath Shinde. He himself claimed that one of the biggest power of India is backing us, so don't worry about it. The center has already given CISF security to many people in Mumbai, including Kirit Somaiya, Navneet Rana, Ravi Rana and all other people, even Kangana Ranawat for that matter. So obviously these MLAs might come to Mumbai equipped with the security by the central forces, and it will be very difficult for them to break away. But more importantly, Dadar, where the Shiv Sena Bhavan is in Mumbai, that is the headquarter of Shiv Sena, and that is, that used to be like a completely stronghold of Shiv Sena. You can't imagine Dadar without Shiv Sena. Only the dent could happen when Raj Thackeray broke away and got his MLA elected in 2009.
Yes.
But other than that, Shiv Sena is heavily strong there. Yes. Even the MLA from Dadar and Mahim have switched over to Eknath Shinde. So on ground, what happens? It's something which will unfold over the period of time. Lot of times in Shiv Sena, be it a split of Chhagan Bhujbal, be it a split of Narayan Rane, be it a split of Raj Thackeray, the cadre has remained intact and been with the party. Yes. Will this happen this time? Because this time it is a bigger blow. This time more number of MLAs have left. The things have changed. Last 3 desertations happened at the time when Shiv Sena was in opposition. This time Shiv Sena is in power. So the power game has changed. The politics has changed
and with Congress
since 2014.
Yes.